Scottie Pippen was a horrible player too, because Scottie Pippen's stats were way worse than Michael Jordan's stats. Let's go down Scottie Pippen's rookie stats. 7.9 points a game, 3.8 rebounds, 2.1 assists, 95 steals, 55 blocks. Played 79 games and didn't start in none of them. You didn't start in none of them. You were fighting for the starting spot from Brad Sellers. Chicago Bulls fans know Brad Sellers. No disrespect to Brad, but he wasn't that great. All right, off my chest, man. Off my chest today, man. I didn't want to do this, man. I didn't want to do this, man, because this guy is probably one of my favorite basketball players. Y'all know I'm Bulls fan for life. So I'm Bulls fan for life. So to hear this is a debacle in my life. It's a debacle. Scottie Maurice, ungrateful, bitter-ass Pippen. Man, what the fuck are you talking about? He was just on Stacey King, Give Me the Hot Sauce podcast, man. Stacey King, I love Stacey King. But Give Me the Hot Sauce podcast, he was on there. And he said a lot of stuff, but this one thing just stuck out.
LeBron will be the greatest statistical guy to ever play the game of basketball. And there's no comparison to him. None. So, does that make him the greatest player to ever play the game? I'll leave that out for debating, because I don't believe that there's a great player, because our game is a team game, and one player can't do it. Like, I seen Michael Jordan play before I came to play with the Bulls. You guys seen him play. He's a horrible player. He was horrible to play with. He was all one-on-one. He's shooting bad shots. And all of a sudden, we become a team and we start winning. Everybody forgot who he was.
Horrible how, Scotty? Horrible how? So this is what we doing today. We're going to figure out how Michael Jordan was before you came. Because people are like, he ain't started winning until Scotty got there. Dude, he ain't had no damn team. He was the only guy playing. But let's go back, man. Let's go back. Michael Jordan was drafted number 3 in 1984. Before him was Olajuwon and Sam Bowie. They still talk about Sam Bowie about that. His rookie stats were 28.2 points a game, 6.5 rebounds, 5.9 assists, 196 steals, and 69 blocks as a rookie. The only other players to have stat lines like that in their first year is Wilt Chamberlain and Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. And he's white. Those numbers are better than Kobe Bryant's MVP numbers when Kobe won the MVP the one time. He made the All-Star team. He was Rookie of the Year, and he played all 82 games. That's a horrible player. He started every game, too. That's going to come in effect in a minute. Michael's second year, third game of the season, gets hurt, breaks his foot. He's out 62 games. He comes back with 17 games to go. They limit his playing time. He still played because he made a promise to the city that we were going to make the playoffs. As long as he's on the team, they're making the playoffs. They got in by the skin of their damn teeth. A losing record, and they had to play the best team in the NBA at the time, Boston Celtics. Boston Celtics has won 17 damn championships, but they consider that team to be the best team they ever had. Michael Jordan comes into the playoffs against them. First game, 49 points. Second game, the record-setting 63 points. Third game, 19 points. And people were like, see, he don't know what he's doing. No. I watched that game. You know what happened? They never talk about this. They fouled Michael Jordan out at the top of the third quarter because they knew they were going to have a problem. You can't have Larry Bird and them get beat by this dude. So get this dude out of here. That's how lethal Michael Jordan was. The third season, the epic third season, he comes back. He's ready to play now. Doug Collins is the coach. First game of the season, he scores 50 on the Knicks. Easy. He went on to score 37.1 points a game, 3,049 points for the season. Nobody's done that since Wilt Chamberlain. Probably nobody do it again. With these three-pointers, you don't know what they're going to get. 5.2 rebounds, 4.6 assists, 236 steals, and 125 blocks for a guard. And he's a terrible player, Scotty. He made the All-Star team. He made the All-Defensive team. He didn't get the MVP that year with those numbers. You know why? Because the league had given Larry Bird the MVP 3 years in a row. It was Magic Johnson's turn, so they had to give it to Magic. They had to give it to Magic. All right, man, we're going to give you this, Magic. But this guy over here in Chicago, no, we're going to give it to you, Magic. They got swept again by the Boston Celtics again. They realized they needed help because this guy wasn't going nowhere. And they would have tore the city down if he didn't get no help. So then they draft Scottie Pippen. They draft Scott Pippen. His name was Scott Pippen. Nobody knew who the hell he was. He got drafted by the Supersonics. Scott Pippen got drafted by the Supersonics. The Bulls got Olin Polynice. Next thing you know is a trade. They get Scott Pippen in the thing. And I'm like, this skinny ass. I don't know what they're going to do with this tall, goofy motherfucker. He went on and changed our mind, but I'm going to tell you something. Scottie Pippen was a horrible player too. Because Scottie Pippen's stats were way worse than Michael Jordan's stats. Let's go down Scottie Pippen's rookie stats. 7.9 points a game, 3.8 rebounds, 2.1 assists, 95 steals, 55 blocks. Played 79 games and didn't start in none of them. You didn't start in none of them. You were fighting for the starting spot from Brad Sellers. Chicago Bulls fans know Brad Sellers. No disrespect to Brad, but he wasn't that great. Now, who's horrible, Scottie? Who's a horrible player, man? The point is this. Scottie's still mad about The Last Dance. Scottie said the documentary showed Michael Jordan as being a selfish player and a horrible person. It's all on video. He made sure he says it's all on video. Just watch it. I watch that. I still watch The Last Dance on a regular basis. I watch it at least every 3 months. I'll pop it in. I'll watch all 10 episodes like it's nothing because I'm a Bulls fan for life. I watched the video, man. And yeah, Mike was a horrible person. And he was shitting on people. He was selfish as hell. But you wasn't? Come on, Scottie. Let's go down the list with you on this again, man. We're not going to talk about the migraine game because, you know, you were going through stuff. Your dad died. So we'll let that go. I'll talk about 1994 when you ain't go back in the game. Scottie ain't go back in the game because he said, I'm the mayor now. Mike gone. No, Kukoc hit this shot 6 times in the season. We giving it to him. Well, I ain't going in. What? Kukoc hits the shot. Nobody says nothing. In the 98 season, coming in from the championship in 97, he's supposed to do surgery. He didn't want to do it. He wanted to miss it half the year. And then on The Last Dance, he says, I was on my summer vacation. What are you talking about, bro? And the last part, he was defending. I watched the Give Me the Hot Sauce podcast. He was defending Jerry Krause, but you were dogging Jerry Krause on the thing for not paying you. Dude, you the one that signed that contract, man. They told you not to. Bottom line, Scottie, I don't think this has nothing to do with nothing. You saying Michael Jordan's a horrible player because you're mad. You're mad at The Last Dance and you're mad his son fucking your wife. His son is fucking your wife. That's all it is. Just say it. That's why I watched the whole thing. I want to just bust out he was a horrible player and blah, blah. His son fucking my wife. I wanted him to say that. Honestly, I think if he didn't play with Michael Jordan, I don't think they probably wouldn't have 6 championships. They the best duo ever to me. But I got to say this. I'm sure Mike would have won some championships. I don't think Scottie probably would have won nothing. Because without Michael bringing that dog out of you, bro, I don't think you would have came. I think you probably would have been Kendall Gill. No disrespect to Kendall Gill. Y'all probably like, who was Kendall Gill? Kendall Gill was a great basketball player. He was a really good basketball player. He wasn't great. He wasn't an all-star. None of that. He's one of the analysts for the Bulls. I was a fan of this cat when he was in Illinois. But he came in the league and he's kind of like a journeyman. He went to a lot of teams, man, but Kendall Gill was dope. No disrespect to Kendall Gill, man. Michael Jordan without Scottie would have got some rings somehow. He would have got something, or he would have had all the points in the game. LeBron probably still been trying to chase him. I just don't believe this is happening. My favorite duo in basketball all time. I can't even talk to each other now because Scottie's bitter because MJ's son is smashing his wife. Next segment.